Hello everybody on YouTube, it's your boy, the Memphis Accelerate, welcoming you back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Cabin Fever, the show where you and I are locked in this log cabin together for the whole month of January playing card games together. Today everybody, we're nearing to the end of the season, the series, this first season, or whatever you want to call it, of Cabin Fever. But we got some bangers left, and this here is one of them. It's time for Darkhold Dragon Turbo. It's an interesting, very straightforward deck, honestly. You know, we're going second, trying to blow up my opponent's monsters, and then we hit our opponent with a Darkhold Dragon. It's pretty straightforward, honestly. You know, despite the bevy of hand traps and things, it all comes down to this dude. So, we got ourselves our deck here today. We showed off the combos of the Wombos, the what do's, the what not do's, and we'll have ourselves a good old time, summoning out Darkhold Dragon and his buddy Schwarzschild Dragon, and going for the gold. So, a big shout outs go to a new person on the channel, that being Hallow, who built this deck for us over on our Discord. And they built it for us to enjoy today, and dang it, that's what we're going to do. So, if you want to know the whole deck list, as always, it's going to be at the end, after we have some nice duels here on yugioh Pro, that Wild West Yu-Gi-Oh! Where we're showing off everything, showing you how it works, and have ourselves a good time. So, don't forget to hit all the good buttons down below to help the channel out. Really helps to let us know that you enjoy what we're doing. And without further ado, let's get right into the action and show off what this baby can do. Alrighty, everybody, it's time for our first opponent of the day in another card game. With this deck, you want to go second. Going second is the ideal with this deck. It's what you want to do. Alright, so it's standby phase. I'm sorry, my man, I had to hit you with the Wombos. I also had to hit you with frickin' Molcharmi. You know? It's not something I normally like to do, but you know, we're going to have to do it anyway. So, yeah, that way we effectively are skipping our opponent's turn, which, a little bit mean-spirited, but we're going to do it. So we're going to activate our 7th attack. You know, we effectively, if you want to skip your opponent's turn, you don't need, like, Toldemayas. No, you just need the 2 Molcharmis. Just activate them both in synchronicity, and then there you go. But we're going to special summon our boy, Schwarzschild Infinite Dragon, who summons Darkhold Dragon. Now, we will not use his effect right now, because that'll just be kind of a waste. But let's go ahead, let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, let's summon out this guy. Number 46, Dragluon. An oft-forgotten member of the numbers archetype, because he can summon dragons from the hand. That's right, that's exactly what we're going to do. We'll attach our Schwarzschild Dragon, so we're going to summon a dragon from the hand. This way we'll be able to do a good... Oh, okay. This has just been the battle of the hand trap. Let's get back to some classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Here. I'm just going to attack my opponent with a big dragon. That's how we used to do it, until all these hand traps showed up. Alright, well, what goes around comes around, I suppose. You know, I wanted a hand trap, my opponent wanted a hand trap. I guess there's the argument for that being okay. Let's see, what is this thing? Mirror Sword Knight. What does this do? Summon a monster that mentions Chimera Fuse. More hand traps! More hand traps for days. Nothing but. Just so many gosh darn hand traps. Alright, well, this is certainly not how I was expecting this duel. Let's see if we get burned again. Let's see if that happens. Okay, no. This time we'll actually get to summon out the Darkhold Dragon. Darkhold Dragon on the board. Alright. Well, this was certainly an interesting duel, has to be said. Because... oh my lord, the number of hands. This is going to be a long episode. I have a feeling. I mean, we still take the win. It's definitely not how I was intending to. My real plan was for my opponent to, like, do stuff. I was hoping to draw into Darkhold to, like, actually summon this the way you're supposed to. But, proof of concept at least partly achieved. We summoned Darkhold Dragon. Cool dude. We just want to field nuke our opponent to get him out next time. But we got him out the other way. So, let's go ahead for duel number 2. Show off more proper with this deck. I want to see Darkhold. I want to see Raigeki. I want to blow stuff up. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Let's see what we have for an opening hand here. I mean, I've got all the field nukes in the world. That's a pretty good start. We have an Ash Blossom if we happen to need the darn thing. So we'll see how this is going to go. Over Raptor, you say. Alright. As you do. Maybe I should have asked that, but at the same time, it's like I've already hand trapped somebody into skipping their turn. I don't think I need to do it again. Although the Miscellaneous Saurus will make things tricksy. Because I make his dinosaurs unaffected, so I have to ash things that are not dinosaurs. Alright. I don't know if Ash Blossom would have negated that, so I'm just not even going to bother trying. But this will summon out, let's see, a level 1 dinosaur. That's... Oh, who are you? You're new. Let's see. Oh, the GMX. I've heard of these. I know very little about them, though. I know that they're fusion-focused and they're dinosaur-focused. Chairman Kimridge. Let's see. Get a GMX apply experiment number 55 for the deck to grave into the hand. If you do, show this card on the deck. Okie dokie. I'm curious because I don't know what these do. Is this a tuner? No, it's not. I'm just double checking if that's a tuner or not. You always gotta be cautious when the level 1's on the board if it's a tuner, because then that could mean some big stuff. What does this do? Activate the top card, so you activate a GM and dinosaur monster, lose 400 life points for everything fusion summon. I mean, he searched it, so that implies he wants it, so let's negate it. I don't know how good this is. The fusion summon using excavated monsters, shuffle the rest into the deck. That is a very interesting spell, my friend. Very interesting indeed. Alright, but you're going to make Cross Sheep. Cool. Cool beans. Alright, what do we get for our draw here? Foremost, come off it, man. I don't need hand traps right now. I need Dark Hole Dragon. Dinomorphia Frenzy, you say? Okay. Alright, I can see where I could go with this. Okay, Dinomorphia is not actually that big of a problem, barring whatever the face down is. If this is the spell trap stopper, that would be problematic. But then again, I'm blowing them all up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. See, Cross Sheep will let you summon a dude back. Let's hold off on that. I'm not stupid enough to play Full Roast without needing to. Okay, now we can play Full Roast. So you gotta play Full Roast much like you play Max C. It's when your opponent's about to special summon something. And yes, he did in fact have the Spell Trap Stopper. Why he didn't use it, I'm not 100% certain. Very hard to say why he wouldn't do that, but you do you. Anyway, he's going to summon out a dude from the GY. That being, I would assume, Therizia. More than likely to be Therizia. So this is an interesting one. I'm a little curious as to what the DMX fusions do. I just felt like, you know, letting him willy-nilly fuse is probably a bad idea. Then again, if he lost enough life points, maybe. 4, 8, 12, 8. He only had to activate like 5 cards that were wrong. So maybe a missed opportunity, or maybe I dodged a bullet. It's hard to say which. So, of the counter traps you have in the graveyard, let's see. Okay, you do have the battle damage one. That's a little troublesome. So I gotta go ahead and get rid of your stuff, like, now. So let's start off with hand destruction. Go ahead and discard a couple of cards. I'll keep one field nuke. Oh, I wanted different things. Alright, well, Dark Hole it is. Dark Hole it be! There you go, that's the name of the day. Dark Hole it is. Now, granted, he will get to summon back some stuff. Yeah, he can banish his cards to... This summons a monster from the grave. That one also summons a monster from the grave. Like, it's not like that was a one card to stop everything. If I had my Dark Hole Dragon, that would have stopped everything, but it doesn't. Unfortunately, I do not have another Dark Hole Dragon in my hand right at the moment. Really could have thrown in like a Foolish Burial might have been good in here. Hard to say. But yeah, he'll have his Diplodos. And he has a Sonic, but that doesn't do anything. Kentragina's around, but she's already used her effect. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Actually, I don't think Therizia or Kentragina is I don't think that's a once per turn thing. Huh. Let's see. Only uses. Oh yeah, no, it is a once per turn thing. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Activate Infinite Dragon's effect. Yeah. So, card effect. Take no effect damage. I'm not about effect damage. I appreciate the sentimentality, but that's not the way this is going. No, sir. Alright, let's go ahead and exceed into... let me think. I can add a Tachyon card, and I can use this to rank up into a big dude. But my opponent surrenders! I mean, to be fair, I could have just made, like, any 3K beat stick and beat into friggin' Diplo, so that would have been game right there. So, Another, we got to show again more of what this deck does. Hey, Darkhold did its thing. And I was asked to get at least 3. If I can get Darkhold off 3 times, that would be great. That's what I really want to do. So getting closer to that. So let's go ahead for duel number 3 and see what else we can get up on the board. It's been an interesting one so far. I just want to see more. I want to see more of what this baby can do. Alright, everybody, time for the third opponent. The fight in third, as we like to call it. But that don't really matter. All I really care about, Darkhold Dragon and Darkhold in my hand. That's all I care about. Hey, we got exact. See, sometimes you just gotta say what you want and you get it. Doesn't happen very often, but sometimes. Anyway, so we're going second as we want to do. Ooh, Gate Guardian. Alright. That can make things tricky. That can. Because I know one of the fusions has Spell Trap negation. I don't think... The boss is not immune to being destroyed. He just negates targeted stuff. So, depending on where this goes, this could be good or bad. What was that? Power Patrons? Ooh. Oh boy, that could be bad. That could not be good, depending on where this goes. I mean, I like the Gate Guardian part of this. I don't like the Power Patron part. These cards are pretty nasty. Let's see. Negate face all face up. Okay, hold on. This doesn't work. Okay. This only negates monsters. That's true. Alright. And he needs, more monsters for that to work. So, in theory, Medius of Pure. This will summon Power Patron from the deck. Alright. Power Patron. The Owl one. Alright, what's the Owl one do? This is the one that lets him fusion summon. Oh boy. Into this guy. Target monster on the field, change battle. Put the card effect on the field. 3 more different types on the field. Negate and destroy that card. If this card is destroyed, summon Medius from the hand deck or the banishment pile. Alright. Touche, sir. That's definitely not great for me. And I guess he gets to straight up search stuff. Oh, apologies. I'm yawning seeing this, but okay, you're just doing Archmage Litera, which gets you an Archmage card from the grave to the hand. I assume it being this thing. Yep, get back that trap that summons out even more things. I then discard that thing again to summon out somebody else. Alright. I mean, this does look pretty intimidating, I guess. Set Archmage Spell Trap, target Spell Trap opponent controls and destroy it. It's a quick effect if you have a bunch of different dudes on the bird. Gotcha. Alright, well, oh lordy, I wish I had a hand trap during all this. I wish I'd had, full roast this whole time. At least then I would have gotten some free draws. Then at least something on my board would have happened. But neither here nor there. You'll summon out the Gate Guardians combined. That target, yeah, it is only targeted stuff. So, in theory, I'm going to start with Trade-In. I'll start with Trade-In and where are the hand traps now? Where are your hand traps now, little man? Alright, we'll activate Regeki. He'll negate it, obviously, because that's what he's going to do. But that was all part of the plan. Go, Dark Hole. So unless he has something else to negate me with, we are going to just blow up all of his monsters. Now, granted, this will summon somebody to replace Gate Guardian, but it don't matter too much, because this is literally the plan of the whole deck. I don't really care too much. And, let's see, Medius is activating. That dude is activating. I can stop the Gate Guardian, but I can't stop the other fusion, sadly. So he is going to get something. He gets another Medius the Pure. Whatever. Whatever, nerd. Alright. So, Medius is going to add or summon Power Patron from the deck. Summoning out another Bloody Owl. Alright. As you do. So he's going to fusion summon again. Because that is a quickie. Alright, I assume you're going to summon another of the same dude. And then the owl has another effect which does something. Add an Archmage spell trap with a different name for the cards in the graveyard. Okay. Alright, touche, you fancy pants art student. But where's that fancy degree going to get you when I punch your boy in the face? Oh, apparently he had something in the graveyard for that degree. I see. Alright, well, annoying that was. Let's activate 7th Tachyon. He already used the negation, so he can't do this again. So let's go ahead and get our Schwarzschild Infinitude boy. And return Contract Door to the deck, because we don't need it right now. What? Oh, he's popping my dude. But sadly for you, Darkhold Dragon can't be destroyed by card effects, so that was a complete waste of your card. You silly person. Alright, but yeah, Darkhold Boy will get Dark Hole. And that'll be helpful, because that's the second time we've Darkholded that. I only need one more to meet quota. One more will do. We'll see how that's going to go, because he's used up a lot of stuff and all that. He did use a lot, but he still has this dang field spell, and he has whatever the hell that is. This mess of an art of a card. Alright, when a monster effect is activated by an opponent in response to the activation of a thing, blah 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 blah, Ash Blossom, I don't want to know what this does. I don't want to know what you're doing with that. I just want to negate it. Just another negate, sir. I hope you don't mind. So, this doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. So, I guess I'll just attack. There's not really anything else I could do at the moment. See, all the hand traps are great, depending on, like, what we're up against. And, yeah, Foros would have been absolutely amazing first turn. But now that we've gotten into turn 5, which I know, horrifying, we're in a turn 5 situation, the hand traps become less effective. So Medius is going to do something. Summoning out himself again, as you do. Alright, and you're summoning out the Pendulum Scale from before. What does this do? Banish 3 cards, summon a Nervo the Power Patron from the extra deck. Oh, there we go. I was about to say, so what does this do? This card's, well, the card's in the zone. This card can be destroyed by battle or card effects. Oh boy, that's not good. I mean, I have it out to this, but I don't have it at the moment, which is the problem. See, that's the tricky thing. I'm mostly all about destroying stuff, but if I'm up against something that can't be destroyed by card effects, I kind of have a problem with that. Alright, let me think about this. Let me think about that. Let me think about this. I need 3 level 8s for that. Alright. Fusion of Fusion. We don't know what the other set card is. That's the tricky bit. But I'm going to go ahead and Dark Hole again. Pop the boy. Summon out Dark Hole Dragon. Now, Schwarzschild Infinitude Dragon. He can be special summoned if my opponent has a monster with, like, big numbers. Which is exactly, funnily enough, what they have. So, we'll see where this is going to go. And yes, we've now officially Dark Holed 3 times, so that's good. That's good. Alright, let's special summon Schwarzschild Infinitude Boy. Or not. Ow. Alright, I guess I'll activate 7th Tachyon and get another Schwarzschild for later then. Alright, dude. Wait, hold on. I could also get Bestial Rebellion. Hold on, is that better in this situation? They would get Magnum Hut. Double checking. Yeah, okay. We're going to get Bestial Rebellion, actually. I could go for Schwarzschild, but I think this is going to be better. So I'll activate Bestial Rebellion. Search out Bestial Magnumut. And we're going to... Wait, what attribute was that guy again? That little dude? Oh, yeah, there he is. Many Superior. Yeah, let's go... Wait. I'm going dyslexic on me. Yeah, he's a dark monster. Okay. Activate Magna Hut's effect. Banishing his last Medius. And my opponent surrenders! Excellent! Alright. This deck is doing a lot better than I figured it was going to do, but there you go. So, we got time for one more duel today, folks. One last time to go for more Dark Holes, and dang it, I wanted to go for another Dark Hole, but let's go ahead for one more duel. Show off just a little bit more what this deck is capable. We've done like 95% of the decks already, but let's go for one more duel. Alright, everybody, it's time for the 4th opponent, the Patron 4th, the last chance at romance. Honestly, this deck is doing, like, superbly better than I figured it could. Like I said, that last duel with the Power Patron boy, I don't know what to say. I don't know. We just outlasted them, I guess. So like I said, with this deck, if you're up against something that can't be destroyed by stuff, that is definitely a sticking point. That is definitely not a good thing. But I guess the Bestials just came in and kind of saved the day, kind of. You know, without his big old Medeus dude, then there's not much my dude could have done, but whatever. That doesn't matter right now. For now, what do we have for a hand? We got Magic Contract Door. We got a spell that we can give to our opponent that we don't care if he has it. A couple of Bestial boys so I can banish stuff and do stuff. I mean, I don't think he has any light darks in the grave at the moment. No, he has a dark monster. Okay. That's good. That's a good. Although he banished it, which is not good. Unfortunately, I didn't get an opportunity. I should have been holding down the right button. That's my fault. If you hold down, you know, your right or your left button, left mouse button on Edo Pro, sometimes it lets you cheat stuff out. But unfortunately, that was not the case. No, unfortunately, I didn't do that, so that's gonna make things problematic. Because now he's gonna be able to fusion summon by getting these cards back into the deck. Also, he has Welcoming Maid to make his monsters bigger. Like I needed them to be bigger than they already were. What is it doing? Getting back the spell? Okay. Not that you can play it again, or even would want to, but okay. Alright, now it's our turn. So now he's going to use the effect of the Lady Maid. Yep, we'll activate Fool Roast, just a Fool Roast here. I highly doubt he negates Fool Roast, but you never know. Some people are that silly. You never know. I'm really just hoping to draw into like a dark hole so I can bait out things. That would be my preference here. That would be my preference for certain. Alrighty, third. What do you got? The Housemaid. Yep, I can draw a card. I got all the dudes in the world and no targets for them. Hey, I'll say it. Oh, what do you do? Oh, yeah, Shale's gonna bring back somebody. Gonna meet Ermus. Ermus the Thermos, as they call him. Alright, let me think about this. This is a tricky one for a lot of different reasons. I gotta think smartly about this. I'll start with Infinite Dragon and see what happens, because the problem is he has an Omni negation, and I don't have a Field Nuke. If I had a Field Nuke, I could make this work. But I don't, so I'm kind of up a crick. Kind of up a crick without a pedal. Let's see, I have the Tachyon Dragon. Huh. Alright, let's try something stupid. Let's try something very stupid. Yeah, per battle phase. Yeah, let's activate card destruction. See what happens there. We will see. We have one potential something. I'd like to draw into something new, though. What do we have? Tinket. Make it... Wait, what does it do? Made your monster bigger. Cool. That doesn't really help anybody. Joel and Lockbird. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Turn this card to the extra deck. No, that doesn't help. That sadly doesn't help me whatsoever. So, start of the battle phase, we'll activate Tachyon Dragon's effect. Detaching our Dark Hole Dragon. Got an idea here. This may or may not work. Wait, hold on. Do the Dragonmaids have protection with this thing? No. Okay, that's good. I think I can make this work now. So he will summon out another maid. I will get another draw. Dark Hole Dragon! Revivify yourself! Revivify? Revival? Revival! That's right. So we got our Dark Hole Dragon. He's back on the board, baby. Alright, let's go ahead and attack Nursed Maid just to attack the darn thing. It doesn't really matter too much. All that really matters is I activate Mother Flippin' Dark Hole and blow up everything. Except Ermus, apparently. Yeah, this can't be destroyed by... I didn't even know it could do that. Did anybody knew this have an effect? If so, you have to tell me. I didn't know this didn't do anything. Alright, but anyway. Dark Hole Dragon will search Dark Hole. Because I have Fuwos, I might have... No, I don't have to shuffle anything. If I had, like 20 cards in my opponent had this, I would have to shuffle cards back. Random-like, too. But it takes a lot to actually have to shuffle back anything with Furos. Your opponent would really have to dig deep for that to happen. Anyway, we'll see where this is going to go. Alright, Lady Maid. So summon out a maid from the deck. I see. Unfortunately, that's problematic a little bit. Because, yeah, standby, he can do a fusion summon again. Not necessarily good. Plus, he already has his spell to fuse. So, I'll draw Bird here, but this could be bad. This could be very bad. If he goes to do another yugioh, he's just going to annihilate me. What does this do again? Summon a Dragonmaid, then you can send a Dragonmaid. Summon out Housemaid. Yeah, it has to be in defense mode. I'm about to say. Mother Faye, but you can't destroy my Dark-Cold Dragon with card effects. Problem is going to get back a... Is it going to be Tinket? Possibly. Yeah, it is Tinket. Okay. So the problem is, because he's got the, what's this one called? Ladies Dragonmaid? He's going to be able to fusion summon during my turn, which is not good. Also, the Housemaid, yeah, that doesn't work, my bad. That don't work. Good effort. Very good effort, but no. If you want to beat over my monster, you got to use your muscles and stuff and punch my monster in the face. It's the only way. I mean, I guess you could banish it, but I don't think Dragonmaids have anything to banish. But yeah, he's going to go for yugioh again, so that's not good. I need another Dark Hole / Regeki. I need one of them two things, or else I'm just in big doo-doo land. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, if nothing else, I will continue to Dark Hole till I have no Dark Holes left. I do have 7th Tachyon, though, so that's potentially something. That could potentially lead into some more draw power, so we'll see how it's going to go. Okay, so yugioh will bring back, let's see, summons a monster from the hand specifically. I doubt it's from the hand. I'll kick myself if it is, but I don't think it is. Pretty sure he's gonna, yeah, Chambermaid from the graveyard. As you do. Alright, ash that, because might as well. He's not gonna negate it, obviously, but I don't want my opponent to go willy-nilly if I can help it. And then he'll fuse into another monster. As you do. As you do. Alright. I really wish my bevy of Exceeds were any good in this situation, but sadly none of them are. Luckily, I think this is a hard once per turn, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, I'm not allowed to use 7th Tack. Oh, right. Because I made that. I was trying to be snarky, and I've screwed myself over. I should have had a search, but I don't got a search, so that's very sad, but I guess we take a loss here. But it's been a good day, all things considered, you know? Well, the Dark Hole didn't win this one. My own fault. No. Boros. No, wait, hold on. I will go out on my own terms. Well, this is not technically my own terms, because his monsters are way bigger than mine. I will battle into yugioh. Or at least attempt to. I don't know if he's going to allow me to do this. Probably not. He'll probably just pop my stuff. Because you're a rude, crude dude. With a bad attitude. Okay, yeah, you got the Lady Dragonmaid back. As you. Oh, wait, he will. Thank you. You are an honorable duelist, I can see. Alright, well, that is going to be the end of this duel, folks. Let's go ahead for the end screen. We'll talk more about this deck here. Alrighty, everybody. So, Dark Hole Dragon Turbo. I'm a little hesitant to call this a 3-in-1, even though that's technically speaking what we got. I'm a little hesitant about it, but I'll let you guys think it's not a 3-in-1 or you think it is. Let me know in the comments. There's your comment question of the day. But we got to do everything this deck wants to do. We Dark Hold, we Dark Hold, and we Dark Hold some more. We summon Dark Hold Dragon. We got to do some other stuff as well. So it's a very straightforward deck, and we got to do everything we technically wanted to do with it, you know? So good on us for that. So very good, very good. I hope everybody enjoyed seeing Dark Hole Dragon Turbo. If you did, don't forget to hit up all the good buttons down below. Hit the like button especially, because not everyone remembers to hit the like button for some reason. So, yeah, hit the like button. Consider subscribing if you're new. We're almost done with Cabin Fever. There's only, let's see, 1, 2, 3. There's only 5 decks left. There's 5 decks left, and then we're done. So, thank you much for watching. And here is the deck profile for anyone who wants to know what we were playing today. Take it out and have yourselves a good time with it. For the main deck, 3 of the titular, Dark Old Dragon, of course. 1 Bestial Libellion, 3 copies of Schwarzschild Infinite Dragon. 1 of each of Bestial Druidworm and Magnamut, because they're limited, of course. 2 copies of Baldrake to go with them. We have our hand traps today, 3 copies of Beltrami Fulros. I teched out 1 Purudia, but we have 2 of him. 3 copies of Ash Blossom, and a couple copies of Drolloc Bird. It go with the future ban list that's coming out. 3 copies of 7 Tachyon. You really want to leave that guy in the extra deck for that. We have 2 copies of Regeki, which could just as well be 3. We have ourselves Harpy's Feather Duster, very useful at times. 3 copies of Magical Contract Door if you want to search out your Dark Old Dragon more. 3 trade in for draws. 3 copies of Dark Hole for blowing stuff up. 1 card destruction in case of handful of hand traps. 2 copies of hand destruction for more drawing as well and setting things up. And lastly, we have Brand Regained to let us draw more cards after things get banished, and also summoning bestials and things of that nature from the graveyard. For the extra deck, we have Masquerena along with a couple of little knights to interrupt my opponent's flow and stuff. We have ourselves a bunch of rank 6s to go with our bestials like Heretic Dragon Atom, Evilzor Raz, Sword Breaker, number 25, Forceful Focus. We also have a bunch of rank 8s as well, like Spriggan's X-Blower. We have Sanaphon the Sky Prison, Divine Golden Shadow Dragluxion. We have Heretic Sun Dragon Heliopause. We have Heretic Sky Dragon Heliopause. We have number 107, Tachyon Dragon. We have number 46, Dragluon. And lastly, and probably the hardest to summon, but you can technically do it, is number C62, Neo Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. For the side deck, now I added some cards in, so I'll explain the originals first. You have, of course, more Regeki. You have Lightning Storm if you want to, differentiate between spell traps and monsters. You have more hand destruction, more hand traps, all that's good. One thing you could also play in this deck as well, just to go with the themes and all that stuff, is some kaiju action. Like if your opponent's playing something that can't be destroyed, you could kaiju them. And you also have things like Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, which lets you nuke, and then also go into, your kaijus and stuff. Gives your opponent a big monster, so you can use Schwarzschild Infinite Dragon. They're level 8 ones, so you do your rank 8s and stuff. So that's just an idea. And also Foolish Barrel as well, if you want to just send your Dark Old Dragon to the graveyard, that sort of thing. So there's a lot of things you can do with it. So that was today's deck, everybody. I hope you very much enjoyed. Tomorrow, we're taking a look. I got to build a new one because I don't want to do the same thing I did last time. It's time to turbo out Sophia, everybody. That's the plan. So, see you next time with more Yu-Gi-Oh action. Till then, everybody stay safe and happy. And you have a good one. Take care.
Cabin fever and drivers all aboard. This once-bound vessel has become a floating cycle ward. We were sailing